Some things in life just stop you cold, make you forget where you were headed or what you were worrying about 5 seconds ago. There's a sunset, the kind that bleeds across the sky so intensely you almost have to look away. And then there's the sound of a chopper rolling into view, that low, stretched out silhouette, chrome catching the light, an engine note you feel in your chest before you even turn your head. Honda's always understood that. But what if they decided to quit playing it safe? What if they built something not just to carry on the Fury name, but to absolutely torch every expectation that came before it? That bike, that what-if machine, is exactly what we're about to walk through. Welcome to the 2026 Honda Fury. Honestly, stick around for the whole thing. I've got something to tell you at the end that might surprise you. Right off the bat, you can't ignore the stance. Nobody can. The front fork's raked out at a lazy 34 degrees, stretching that front end forward like it's reaching for the horizon. Wheelbase comes in at 73 inches, which in real-world terms means you're taking up space, and every sedan on the freeway knows it. The frame itself, high-tensile steel, hardtail inspired, open, minimal. Nothing cluttering up the lines. Honda's design crew clearly sat back, looked at the original Fury, and asked themselves a simple question. What if we took what people love and just amplified everything? You still get that teardrop tank, but someone pulled it long, tapered it sharper, like they stretched the metal from both ends until the shape felt dangerous. Up front, a 21-inch spoked wheel wrapped in a blade-thin tire. Out back, a fat 200 series tire tucked under a wide rear fender, visually bolting the whole thing to the asphalt. The staggered 2x2 chrome exhaust runs tight to the frame, low slung, a little mean, tipped upward just enough to say I've got something to prove without screaming about it. For 2026, the paint options include midnight black with chrome trim, classic, Bordeaux red pearl, a deep wine dark finish that looks like it belongs in a gallery, and gunmetal silver metallic. Honestly, put any of these in a museum or just blast past one at 75 miles per hour. Both work. Now, here's where things get genuinely interesting. It's easy, too easy really, to make a chopper that photographs well but rides like a broken shopping cart. Honda's never signed up for that deal, and this generation of the Fury pushes that philosophy as far as it'll go. Underneath that long, dramatic bodywork sits a 1312cc liquid-cooled 52-degree V-twin. Single-pin crank, dual counterbalancers, because without them, a motor this size would rattle your fillings loose. Instead, it pulses. You feel it, sure, but it's more like a strong heartbeat than punishment. 3 valves per cylinder, and Honda's programmed fuel injection keeps things sorted whether you're firing up on a freezing morning or baking in midday freeway heat. Output hovers around 57 horsepower with 79 pound-feet of torque. And I've got to say, in a bike that's sitting in about 657 pounds wet, that torque shove genuinely catches you off guard every single time you crack the throttle. Power moves through a 5-speed gearbox, and then, this is the part where people usually do a double take, it hits a shaft final drive. That's right, shaft drive on a chopper. No chain lube, no belt tension checks. Sealed, low maintenance. Practically set it and forget it. The 1970s custom builders would have lost their collective minds over this thing. Let's get into what it actually feels like to ride, because that's the make-or-break moment for any bike like this. Front suspension, 45mm fork with 5.1 inches of travel. For something sporting a 34-degree rake, that's a genuinely impressive number. It soaks up broken pavement and potholes that a bike this long has zero business handling so smoothly. The rear shock is a single hidden unit, rebound adjustable, 5 preload settings, giving you 3.7 inches of travel tucked neatly behind that hardtail-style rear section. Seat height is 26.7 inches. Think about that. Both boots flat on the ground, no awkward lean at stoplights. The Fury sits low, deliberately, but somehow doesn't feel wobbly or uncertain. ABS comes standard on both axles. Hydraulic discs front and rear, so when something stupid happens in traffic, you're not white-knuckling through a lockup. You stop with control. And before anybody jumps into the comments with "choppers don't need ABS," yeah, they do. We all do, actually. The bar reach is wide and low, pulling you into that classic stretched-out posture. Arms slightly extended, back relaxed. You're not hunched like a sport bike rider, not bolt upright like a touring rig. It's exactly what a chopper should feel like. Sprawled out, machine breathing under you, the road turning into a very long, very good place to be. Fuel capacity, 3.4 gallons. Real-world mileage tends to hover around 45 miles per gallon combined, which means you're hunting for a gas station every 150 miles or so. For a cruiser like this, that's perfectly respectable. Nobody buys a stretched chopper because they're in a hurry to cross the country without stopping. Instrumentation keeps things simple, a single analog speedometer. No digital overload, just speed, just vibes. Lighting goes full LED for 2026, front and rear, because honestly, even the most old-school machine deserves to be seen clearly at night. All right, pricing. If Honda actually dropped this redesigned 2026 Fury onto dealer floors tomorrow, I'd expect numbers somewhere in the $12,500 to $13,200 range, depending on your region and specific dealer markups. That lands it right in the conversation with the Indian Scout and certain Harley-Davidson Sportster variants. And side by side, the Fury more than holds its own. But here's the thing nobody talks about enough with the Fury. The real secret, I think. It's not simply a gorgeous chopper. It's a gorgeous chopper you can actually live with. Honda reliability means you're not crossing your fingers before every long haul. You're not setting aside cash for surprise shop visits. You're not reluctantly learning to wrench out of sheer self-defense. This bike was designed to be ridden, not worshipped from the driveway. And honestly, that might be the most punk rock move Honda ever pulled. They took the whole custom chopper culture, the one-off builds, the late-night garage sessions, the bikes that turned heads but broke down just as often, and they made it something repeatable, accessible, reliable. And somehow, against all odds, they kept the soul intact. Now, before we wrap this up, there's something you need to know. Everything I just walked you through, the reworked rake, the new LEDs, the fresh colors, the stretched tank, the tweaked suspension for the 2026 platform, that bike isn't sitting in showrooms right now. The 2025 Fury you can actually buy today is a carryover machine. Same proven 1312cc V-twin, same shaft drive, same legendary stance. It's available this moment for $11,499 at your Honda dealer. The 2026 version we explored today, that's a concept, a dream build, the machine Honda could create if they decided to take the Fury seriously as a flag bearer for a new wave of American choppers. And who knows, if enough of you speak up, comments, subscriptions, letting Honda's marketing folks know this channel exists, maybe somebody over there starts taking notes. If you want more content like this, real bikes, dream builds, and everything in between, there's a video up on screen right now I think you'll really dig. Tap it. I'll see you in the next one.